All right, YouTube. So welcome back to my DoorDash series. This is part 2. Part 1, I gave some pro tips on DoorDashing for first-time dashers and just my positive experience and advice on DoorDashing. This part 2 will be the downside to DoorDashing. And I'm gonna tell you now, I might start complaining, and if you don't hear no complaining, you might as well just log on off right now. But then also let me give you this disclaimer. This is a second source of income for me, more like a side hustle. So I don't have to do it. I choose to do it. I don't have to. I choose to. But I do like it. And it's still a job. And like most jobs, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. So let's get into the downside of DoorDashing. Number 1, you're not going to make everybody happy. When I first started DoorDashing, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna get all these customer orders on time. I'm gonna get a 5-star rating, blah, 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 blah. I looked at my score the other day. Somebody gave me a 4. Why they gave me a 4? I don't know. Like, I literally went to the restaurant, picked up your food, and took it to you. I don't know if they wanted me to like cut up the food and feed it to them, or maybe I didn't get it to them in time. Maybe I forgot a straw, which it should already be in the bag. Be mindful of that. The only thing you should be having to do is pick up the food. Like, you shouldn't be having to get extra napkins and stuff. All that stuff should be in place. So that's a tip. But I don't know. So again, you can't, and 4 out of 5 stars is not bad. It's just 4 stars. But still, it's like, okay, what could I have done to get that 5 stars? Number 2, your orders are not going to be ready on time all the time. One of the restaurants that I hate going to in my area, and this is just from my experience in my area, it may be different for you. I hate going to Taco Bell. I hate going to Taco Bell. We have 2 Taco Bell locations, and the lobby is never open because they don't have enough workers, which is not their fault, but still, you would think that drive-thru would be moving. No, like, I sat in the drive-thru literally for like 30 minutes one time. And then the way, like, one of our Taco Bells is, like, once you get in the drive-thru and somebody's ahead of you and somebody's behind you, there's no getting out. Like, because it's got like a little ramp thing, like, you can't get out. You stuck. So Taco Bell orders are never ready on time. Even when the lobby is open, I'm still having to wait. So a lot of time. And then too, you might go to a restaurant and they really are busy and they're trying to do the best they can. That's no problem. But if I see you like standing around, like chit-chatting and playing, and I'm just like, come on now, y'all get my food. Because at the end of the day, y'all are messing with my money, too, as well as y'all's, not getting it out fast enough. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Number 3, GPS is not going to always be right. So in the DoorDash app, they use Google Maps. If you live in an area where there's a lot of new subdevelopment coming up, sometimes it may not pick up those new developments, or it may not take you to the exact location. The other night I was dashing and I went down this road and I didn't even know houses were further down the road, but like it stopped me in the middle of the road, and I had to literally just drive down until I saw it or whatever. And luckily the guy had messaged me. It's just like, hey, I'm standing by my mailbox, you'll see me. Another one too, the GPS on DoorDash, and I don't know if this is more of a customer issue, which I'll probably get into later, or just a map thing too. A lot of address is not going to tell you whether this is a residential place or a place of business. So you won't know until like you pull up and be like, okay, these are businesses, but which one is it? All right, my next downside, customers are not gonna always respond. On the app, you have the option to like message them or call them. Of course, it does not give out your personal phone number. It uses like some other number like California or something like that. But like if you have an issue or if you're running late, you have the option to like text them or call them. I've texted a lot of my customers like, hey, I'm running late, or not really running late, but the order's running late, I should still be there on time. Or hey, they said they were out of this soda, would you like another soda, or whatever. A lot of times they don't respond to like the last minute, or they don't respond at all. So be mindful of that. You may have to just just go ahead and call. Which leads me to another thing. The customer is not going to always leave special instructions for you. And like, this is one of my biggest, I guess since I've been DoorDashing, one of my biggest pet peeves, going back to like GPS and taking you to like different locations. GPS doesn't decipher whether it's residential or business. But like, my only gripe is if you're ordering food from Walmart, or I won't even, yeah, if you're ordering food from Walmart, like, it would be nice for the customers to put in the special instructions like, hey, this is the address. Hey, please, you're going to be delivering to Walmart. Please come to the door on the side, blah, 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 blah. Like, they don't do that. So, like, you'll pull up at Walmart and you be like, okay, who am I supposed to get this food to? You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Customers do not leave special instructions. I had one, I've delivered to, like, so many plants, like manufacturing facilities, and I couldn't tell you how many times, like, I've pulled up and I'm like, okay, where do I go? There's a gate over here. There's a door over here. There's a door over here. Like, there's no instructions. Just recently, I pulled up to a place. The GPS literally stopped me in the middle of the road. And so I text the guy and I was just like, hey, are you at this plant or are you at this plant? And he's just like, no. And I'm like, well, I'm not for sure where you are. Y'all, look at this man. He scared me. Oh, snap. That man scared me. Y'all see him? I didn't know what he was doing. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. So I texted him, I was like, hey, are you at this plant or are you at this plant? And he's like, no. And like me, I wanted to be like, well, this is a new area for me. I ain't been out here, but I was just like, okay, maybe I'm not down far enough. He was just like, yeah, you have to go past this building and then you're going to make a left and you're going to come to the gate. And I'm like, you could have put that in your special instructions. Like, that would have been so helpful. And he was just like, when you get to the gate, let me know and I have to let you in. Put it in your special instructions. So anyways, I pulled up to the gate. I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm at the gate. And he's just like, okay, well, I'm going through the gate and there's like several other buildings. I still don't know where to go. But luckily he was just like, I'm gonna meet you outside. And so like, I'm just driving until I see somebody out there. So yeah, they don't do that. And a lot of times customers are gonna put in their special instructions to hand it to me, but also leave it at the door. So you're like, okay, which one you want? You want me to leave it at the door or you want me to hand it to you? Which one? I don't know. I don't know what you want. I can't read your mind. Another downside to DoorDashing, when you're delivering an order and it's kind of out of the zone for restaurant pickups, I couldn't tell you how many times I've delivered something like 5-10 miles out. And that puts me like 15 minutes behind because now once I deliver the order, there's no order for me to pick up because I'm out of the zone. So now I have to drive closer to the restaurants to be able to be scanned for more orders. The next one is be mindful of like sketchy neighborhoods. Luckily, there's not really many sketchy neighborhoods in my area. But like I said, I DoorDash at night. And like DoorDashing at night in unfamiliar places, it can get a little weird. Another thing to be mindful of, especially the times that you pick to DoorDash, be mindful of like rush hour traffic or morning traffic. That can have an effect on like your pickup times and how quickly you get to restaurants and how quickly you get to your customers. Another one is something to think about is the vehicle wear and tear in your car. I've put so many miles just DoorDashing alone on my car because I'm literally like driving around in circles, you know, that I wouldn't have normally put on my car. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to kind of like keep monitoring on that if you need vehicle maintenance to kind of keep that up if you're going to be doing this on a regular. Another thing to be mindful of, especially if you live in an area like I do, where there's a lot of mobile homes or trailered homes, a lot of these homes share driveways. And a lot of times you don't know which house it is because, again, the customer didn't put it in the special instructions to say, hey, I'm going to be the third house, or I'm the middle house, or I'm the first house, you know, or whatever like that. And the last thing that I have found as a downside to DoorDashing, the money can be unpredictable. Like I said, this is not my main source of income, but, you know, it can be up or down depending on how customers are tipping. I DoorDashed yesterday and I made like $21 in an hour and a half, which that's not bad for an hour and a half, but I had 5 orders. You know what I'm saying? So like DoorDash pay can range between $2.50 and $5, but and then you get the customer tips. I had like 2 orders where I didn't get a tip and I just got the DoorDash base pay. So it's just like, you know, I go out of my way to get the food and then deliver and don't get a tip. So it's just like, whatever. All right, so those are some of the downsides that I've encountered from personal experience. Again, if y'all have any questions about DoorDashing, let me know.